From translation, NIV New International Version. This 58th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Deuteronomy 1 to 2. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verses 1 to 46. These are the words Moses spoke to all Israel in the wilderness east of the Jordan, that is, in the Arabah, opposite Suph, between Paran and Tophel, Laban, Hazeroth and Dizahab. It takes 11 days to go from Horeb to Kadesh Barnea by the Seir road. In the 40th year, on the first day of the 11th month, Moses proclaimed to the Israelites all that the Lord had commanded him concerning them. This was after he had defeated Sihon king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon, and at Edrei had defeated Og king of Bashan, who reigned in Ashtaroth. East of the Jordan in the territory of Moab, Moses began to expound this law, saying, "The Lord our God said to us at Horeb, You have stayed long enough at this mountain. Break camp and advance into the hill country of the Amorites, as well as into all the neighboring regions in the Arabah, in the mountains, in the western foothills, in the Negev and along the coast, all the land of the Canaanites and Lebanon as far as the great river, the Euphrates. See, I have given you this land. Go in and take possession of the land that the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, to give them and their descendants after them. At that time I said to you, You are too heavy a burden for me to carry all by myself. The Lord your God has increased your numbers, so that today you are as numerous as the stars in the sky. May the Lord, the God of your fathers, increase you 1,000 times and bless you as he has promised. But how can I bear your problems and your burdens and your disputes all by myself? Choose some wise, understanding and respected men from each of your tribes, and I will set them over you." You answered me, "What you have proposed to do is good." So I took the leading men of your tribes, wise and respected men, and appointed them to have authority over you, as commanders of thousands, of hundreds, of 50s and of 10s, and as tribal officials and judges. At that time I instructed your judges, "Hear the disputes between your people and judge fairly, whether the case is between brother Israelites or between one of them and an alien. Do not show partiality in judging. Hear both small and great alike. Do not be afraid of anyone, for judgment belongs to God. Bring me any case too hard for you, and I will hear it." And at that time I told you everything you were to do. Then we set out from Horeb, and we traveled that whole wilderness road as the Lord our God commanded us, and we arrived at Kadesh Barnea. Then I said to you, "You have reached the hill country of the Amorites, which the Lord our God is giving us. See, the Lord your God has given you this land. Go up and take possession of it as the Lord, the God of your fathers, told you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged." Then all of you came to me and said, "Let us send men ahead of us to spy out the land for us, and bring back a report about the route we are to take, and the towns we will come to." The idea seemed good to me, so I selected 12 of you, one from each tribe. They left and went up into the hill country, and came to the valley of Eshcol where they explored it. They took some of the fruit of the land with them and brought it down to us. They gave us this account: "We went into the land to which you sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey. Here is its fruit, but you were unwilling to go up. You rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You grumbled in your tents and said, 'The Lord hates us, so he brought us out of Egypt to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites to destroy us. Where can we go? Our brothers have made us lose heart. They say, the people are stronger and taller than we are. The cities are large, with walls up to the sky. We even saw the Anakites there.' Then I said to you, 'Do not be terrified. Do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God, who is going before you, will fight for you, as he did for you in Egypt, before your very eyes and in the wilderness.' There you saw how the Lord your God carried you, as a father carries his son, all the way that you traveled until you reached this place. In spite of this, you did not trust in the Lord your God, who went ahead of you on your journey, in fire by night and in a cloud by day, to search out places for you to camp, and to show you the way you should go. When the Lord heard what you said, he was angry and solemnly swore, 'Not a man of this evil generation shall see the good land I swore to give your ancestors, except Caleb son of Jephunneh. He will see it, and I will give him and his descendants the land he set his foot on, because he followed the Lord wholeheartedly. Because of you the Lord became angry with me also and said, You shall not enter it either, but Joshua son of Nun, who stands before you, will enter it. Encourage him, because he will lead Israel to inherit it. And as for your children that you said would be taken as plunder, and your children who do not yet know good from evil, they will enter the land. I will give it to them and they will take possession of it. But as for you, turn around and set out toward the desert along the road to the Red Sea." Then you replied, "We have sinned against the Lord. We will go up and fight, as the Lord our God commanded us." So every one of you put on his weapons, thinking it would be easy to go up into the hill country. But the Lord told me, "Tell them, do not go up and fight, because I will not be with you. You will be defeated by your enemies." So I told you, but you would not listen. You rebelled against the Lord's command, and in your arrogance you marched up into the hill country. The Amorites who lived in those hills came out against you and chased you, as bees do, and crushed you from Seir to Hormah. You returned and wept before the Lord, but he paid no attention to your weeping or listened to your cry. And so you stayed in Kadesh those many days. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 1 to 33. Then we turned back and set out toward the wilderness along the route to the Red Sea, as the Lord had directed me. For a long time we made our way around the hill country of Seir. Then the Lord said to me, "You have made your way around this hill country long enough. Turn north. Give your people this order. You are about to pass through the territory of your brothers, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you, but be very careful. Do not provoke them to war, for I will not give you any of their land, not even enough to put your foot on. I have given Esau the hill country of Seir as his possession. You are to pay them in silver for the food you eat and the water you drink. The Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast wilderness. These 40 years the Lord your God has been with you, and you have not lacked anything. So we went on past our brothers, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. We turned from the Arabah road, which comes up from Elath and Ezion-Geber, and traveled along the desert road of Moab. Then the Lord said to me, "Do not harass or make war on the Moabites, for I will not give you any part of their land. I have given Ar to the descendants of Lot as their possession. The Amites used to live there, a people strong and numerous, and as tall as the Anakites. They were also regarded as Rephates like the Anakites, but the Moabites called them Amites. Horites used to live in Seir, but the descendants of Esau drove them out and destroyed them from before them, and settled in their place, just as Israel did in the land the Lord gave them as their possession. And now get moving, cross the Arnon Gorge. See, I have given into your hands Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon and his country. Begin to take possession of it and engage him in battle. This day I will begin to put the terror and fear of you on all the nations under the heavens. They will hear reports of you and will tremble and be in anguish because of you. I sent messengers from the desert of Kedemoth with a proposal of peace to Sihon king of Heshbon. I said, let us pass through your country. We will stay on the main road. We will not turn aside to the right or to the left. Until we pass through your territory, we will not turn aside to the right or to the left. But sell us food to eat and water to drink for money, as we did for you, so that we may have provisions for our journey. The king of Heshbon refused to let us pass through his territory, because the Lord your God had made his spirit obstinate, and his heart stubborn in order to give him into your hands, as he is today. The Lord said to me, see, I have begun to deliver Sihon and his country over to you. Now begin to conquer and possess his land. Then Sihon came out against us, he and all his men, to fight at Jahaz. The Lord our God delivered him over to us, and we struck him down, together with his sons and his whole army. At that time we took all his towns, and completely devoted to destruction every town, men, women, and children. We left no survivors, but we took all the livestock and the plunder of the cities as our plunder. From Arabah on the rim of the Arnon Gorge, and from the city in the gorge, even as far as Gilead, not one city was too strong for us. The Lord our God gave us all of them. But when we set out from Kadesh Barnea, we went up through the hill country and came to Hormah. Then we turned and went up along the road toward Bashan, and Og king of Bashan came out against us, he and all his men, to fight at Edrei. The Lord said to me, do not be afraid of him, for I have delivered him into your hands, along with his whole army and his land. Do to him what you did to Sihon king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon. So the Lord our God also delivered Og king of Bashan and his whole army into our hands. Then we struck them down until no survivors were left. At that time we took all his cities. There was not one of the 60 cities that we did not take in the whole region of Argob, the kingdom of Og in Bashan. All these cities were fortified with high walls, with gates and bars, and there were also a great many unwalled villages. We completely destroyed them, as we had done with Sihon king of Heshbon, devoting to destruction every city, men, women, and children. But all the livestock and the plunder of the cities we had captured, we carried off for ourselves.